So, I actually tried doing the duty in the last video, but I edited that out because I was just tired. My video was already long enough. So, we're going to start it here, but we're going to put this on easy mode. So, everything up to the start of the duty I've seen. Yes, I've been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water, but what of the word of light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that none of you landed yourselves in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with between the tempered and the first wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes, we mustn't waver, but nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day dawn, and in doing so, inflict disaster. So originally I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen Xeno in a while. Yeah, we're about to find out why I haven't seen Xeno in a while.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Minson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here.
At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
There is no such thing as too flavorful.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible. Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter. Indeed, we can but do our utmost to unite these disparate peoples and lead them to victory.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Seems too peaceful because it's Final Fantasy.
On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
Like, you only ever get moments like this at the very end of the game. I still don't know what's up with the flower. Like, how does it... I'm going to go back and rewatch some of my other videos.
On behalf of the Guardian Empire, thank you for inviting me today.
What? Emperor Varus?
They are being tempered. The talismans! Quickly!
Save me, brave hero! Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short. I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken. Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
Originally, I was very much like, who in the world's body am I in? And I'm like, oh my god.
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject. And permit you to go on a righteous rampage instead of partaking in this delicious meal? I think not. I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. Exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Galvus, dead. provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima. It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone. At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost his appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself. Or together.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity. Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making his way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue. Tempered soldiers, withstanding orders to kill those not sworn to Anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
So after
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
crawl? Am I literally crawling? Oh my god, really? I literally have 7 minutes to get here. I'm wondering if I just need to crawl to the end of the street. Yeah, it's to the end of the street, because by turning the camera... Yeah, I just gotta get to the end of the street. Okay. Oh, like, Okay, that duty did not have to be that rough. I now understand why everyone was just like, yeah, this duty sucks.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Euless?
Boy survived.
His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Oh boy. Well, no one in this party's gonna die, but... Oh boy, what's gonna happen?
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw him leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well he can handle himself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Oh boy. Oh, please realize it's not me.
Well, time to call off the search.
Stella, please notice.
Case closed.
That's him. Over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive his presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But...
Stella, coming in clutch, please.
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now, all's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Oh, I don't like it. He's wearing my face.
Who are you?
Oh, thank you, Gra.
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I've yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective, that. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them, heedless of the delay. Predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether, and then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days.
Okay, so this is how it all connects.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
Okay, Xenos is once again a terrifying villain. I love it. Van Daniel helping. This is okay. Villain-wise, I love it.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
I'm finally back in my body.
Thank goodness. He's awake.
Oh, thank goodness I'm in my own body.
Perfectly fine, yes. I hope the same can be said of you.
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
Good, I won't promise the same fate, the same for Van Daniel and Xenos after I'm done with them. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days are now. This ends now. But I can probably start all of that and then get to Tower of Babel. Are you well enough to make a report? Yeah, I should at least make a report in this one. So here's everything I know. This animal was summoned from the corpse of Emperor Varus. Does their depravity know no bounds? It seems not. More to the point, can we surmise that wave of aether issued not from the Tower of Babel, but from the primal lurking within? A primal whose cry rang rather more loudly in your ears than ours. If you were taken to the tower itself, then it proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is the beating heart of the Telephori's machinations. In which case, we have some highly relevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Leviers, we've been developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. According to Vankrit and his scouts, the main structure is lousy with tempered and enemy magic attacks. Furthermore, the road leading to it has collapsed, making it difficult to approach in numbers. Thus, we do propose to divide our forces into two parties, one to distract and one to infiltrate. We're going to be part of the infiltration group. The diversion force will comprise the Ishgardian Guard, Regalia, and elements of delegation. While they will begin the construction of bridges to make the Telephori believe we are marching upon the tower. Meanwhile, less suited for our Alamik and Aldan and the Eastern comrades will use different methods of ingress, which they should be expecting, knowing them. Look here. Okay. The facility marked in red is Incella. Call it Incella. A vast magitech manufacturer in ruins now, of course. But the freight tunnel connecting to the erstwhile Imperial Palace remains intact. When the Telephori's attention is elsewhere, our infiltration force can use it to keep the tower protected. Be aware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. The Tempered are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. If it can carry their material, it can carry us too, provided we sneak aboard unseen. Sands beneath the infiltration party. Once inside, you must locate and dispatch Van Daniel and Xenos. Yeah, that's not going to happen right away. Others have lost much to the Telephori. We shall ensure they lose no more. How quickly can we enact this plan? Daniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. Of paramount concern, even assuming he didn't name the now, the rest of the contingent is aware of the plan and are ready to move at a moment's notice. You'll proceed north to foreign patents. Lisa's group will meet you there. As ever, we're grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spare no effort in your preparations. Talk to who I need to probably cut in there because it's hard out. Well, yeah, because this had the. Yeah, I think I would do it with that. Out there. Fight it because we can. see who's the full freeze to death. expect me not to warm or ill-prepared hide. These furs are for myself and my mama alone. Should I be blessed to meet her this day? That's where he's still going about that one of his life, or whatever it is. As if any woman of worth would wish to be warmed by you, little son. Should we find such a warrior within, she will bask in my glorious flame. Please deal with these two. Or, yeah. Stop, both of you. Save your fire for the enemy. As for extra furs, I have taken the spirit. As do we. It's the normal wear. Oh, except for that, I see. Yes, free of unnecessary encumbrance. If rather more susceptible to the cold. Susceptible. Ah. If rather more susceptible to the cold, let us review our strategy quick if you don't mind. This group's gone ahead and begin to sell it up. We are to meet here. Wait for the temperance attention to we wait until the temperance attention is drawn by the divisionary force, then we sneak onto the train. Next stop, Tower of Battle. If any tempered, including or injured, we say, oh gosh, I haven't said the name so long. Zayla, Lieutenant. We silence must press on no matter what. We should avoid moving this group until we're underground, so we'll need to make our way to the inside. See you there. I swear, some of these names they come up with, I'm just like, it's so tongue-twisting, I hate it. It's like, oh, it's just like this. I'm like, yeah, I can get it. My brain is just mush right now. But then again, if you watch my videos, I can barely pronounce some of these names. This way. It's the shape of the looking thing. Everything here is automated. It's a little creepy. Find our way through. Not necessarily. Or at all. I will laugh if you step this way. Okay, there's nothing. Hell, it's good to see you somewhere. We heard that you collapsed when you were given this cursory explanation. I'm glad you've recovered quickly enough to take part in the operation about that. As you have heard security and some few are to remain behind to keep your escape route clear. Our comrade from Lint's Tears waiting to the station at Jerusalem. There's this huge red light. So we'll proceed to the station. Before I get to like the full heart of it. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, that reminds me. I have gear I haven't opened. Oh my god, I have a lot of gear I haven't opened. not running back to the location for it. I completely forgot to set face. I forgot to turn on my glamour for this. I don't like the gloves at all. This is everyone. Consider the enemy well and truly distracted. Are they though? Time to go. Our primary objective is of course to Telefori's leaders, but we should be presented with an opportunity to vanquish Anima. We must seize it. If it is indeed the force behind the towers, destroying it will deliver our allies from the Telefori's reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Garlean people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal, Ascian, or anything else. Here. There's been enough of that. We came here to help the people of Garlemald, and that's what we're going to do together. Till the very end. The train should be along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. Alright, that'll do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this one here considering how long the last one is. Alright. Okay. Until then, be good to yourself, be good to you. Be good to yourself.